While we are all sitting around complaining about the Apple Watch Series 10 just being slightly thinner, Huawei just dropped the mother of all leaks for the Watch GT 7 Pro. And honestly, Cupertino should be terrified. We just got an absolutely massive look at seven different variants of the upcoming wearable before it even hits the launch stage. While everyone is arguing over whether the next Apple Watch will actually get a major visual overhaul, Huawei is quietly dropping a masterclass in how you refresh a premium device. I've been looking at these leaked hands-on photos all morning, and if you are heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem right now, you might actually want to pay close attention to what's happening on the other side of the fence. Instead of just throwing out an entirely new design that alienates half their user base, they took that signature octagonal bezel and durable metal construction from the GT Pro series and refined it to an insane degree. Mark Gurman mentioned recently that Apple is struggling to figure out how to differentiate the next Ultra without making it too bulky, but Huawei just sidestepped that whole issue. The familiar digital crown and secondary side button are still right there on the edge, giving you that traditional watch aesthetic while functioning flawlessly as a smart device. It looks equally at home during a formal dinner or out on a muddy hiking trail. Now, you might be thinking, isn't this just an incremental refresh? Honestly, I'll believe it when I see the final spec sheets, but right now, it leans heavy into meaningful refinement. Let's talk about the sheer ridiculousness of launching 7 different versions. Shrimp Apple Pro leaked some thoughts on this approach recently, noting how giving buyers this much flexibility is something Cupertino flat out refuses to do because they fiercely want to control the exact look of their hardware. You've got the standard Watch GT 7 dropping in 41mm and 46mm sizes, which gives people actual choices for their wrist. But the GT 7 Pro is where things get really aggressive. It's aiming straight at the enthusiast crowd who want a rugged daily driver. Are you tired of paying the Apple tax just to get a watch that lasts more than 18 hours? Let me know down in the comments what you actually think is an acceptable battery life for a smartwatch in 2026. Because these new hands-on photos reveal something that sparked a ton of debate this week. The GT 7 Pro is noticeably thicker than the standard models. Some people are already complaining about the bulk, but wait, really? You do realize what that extra space is actually for, right? It's for a mammoth battery. DG Times just published a supply chain report showing that Huawei is stacking high-density cells in these chassis. We're talking about endurance that easily exceeds a full week under normal use. Compare that to the Apple Watch, which still forces you to carry a charging puck everywhere you travel. If you value long-lasting performance over charging anxiety, this thicker design is a massive win. The visual identity is getting a huge shakeup too. Mako Takara shared some deep insights on the casing finishes, and besides the classic black, we're seeing these crazy, striking green and vibrant yellow versions that just pop instantly. They even color-matched the redesigned sport straps to create this incredibly modern look. And if you go for the standard GT7, expect elegant shades like white, gray, blue, and pink. It's customization on a level that makes standard silicone bands look incredibly boring. Let's dig into the internal hardware for a second. We don't have the exact TSMC 3nm yields for whatever custom silicon they're putting inside, but we know efficiency is getting a major bump. The ELEC reported on the display supply chain recently, pointing out that Huawei is sourcing these ultra-premium AMOLED panels with insanely high peak brightness. The screens are completely circular, surrounded by razor-thin bezels, and the outdoor visibility is supposed to be blindingly good. If you're a runner or a hiker relying on direct sunlight legibility, this display might actually outshine the competition completely. On the software side, Harmony OS has matured into an absolute beast. You don't get the massive third-party app store that you find with the seamless integration on watchOS. But let's be real for a minute. How many third-party watch apps do you actually use daily? Huawei focuses entirely on speed, stability, and battery management. There is virtually zero thermal throttling when navigating the interface or tracking intensive outdoor workouts. Notifications hit your wrist instantly. The continuous heart rate monitoring, blood oxygen levels, and stress analysis run flawlessly in the background without nuking your battery life. Ming-Chi quote recently analyzed the sensor accuracy trends in the market, predicting that companies focusing on AI-powered wellness insights will dominate the next tech cycle. Huawei is apparently bringing enhanced recovery recommendations and highly accurate biometric readings right to your wrist. Ross Young chimed in on the panel technologies across the wearable market, hinting that we are reaching a ceiling for display efficiency. That means the only way to get better battery life is to heavily optimize the software or increase the physical cell size, which is exactly what Huawei is doing here to dominate the endurance test. You get hundreds of workout modes from swimming to hiking, and the redesigned straps are softer and way more flexible for extended wear. Comfort is a huge deal if you actually want to use sleep tracking, and these new bands seem perfectly built for overnight use. When you really think about it, the Apple tax isn't just about paying more cash up front. It's about the hidden cost of replacing your battery after 2 years, because daily charging has completely degraded the internal cells. Huawei sidesteps this trap completely. I'm telling you, if they could just get a bit more developer support for third-party apps, this would be an unstoppable daily driver. But honestly, the native apps handle 99% of what I actually need. The haptic feedback engine has supposedly been completely redesigned to offer crisp, precise taps instead of that mushy vibration you get on cheaper devices. It really makes you wonder if Apple is taking notes behind closed doors. They have been so focused on pushing health sensors that keep getting delayed, while Huawei is just delivering solid, dependable hardware year after year. The GT7 Pro isn't trying to directly copy competitors or chase a bloated application library. It focuses purely on premium materials, outstanding battery endurance, and highly sophisticated design. Some people might be disappointed there isn't a radical visual overhaul, but thoughtful refinement beats a buggy redesign any day of the week. Do you think Apple needs to release a wider variety of watch sizes to compete with this kind of massive lineup? I'm curious if this aggressive 7-variant strategy will force the rest of the industry to offer more than just 2 boring sizes moving forward. At the end of the day, the final verdict always comes down to pricing. If Huawei manages to keep this highly competitive while offering superior craftsmanship and a week-long battery life, the GT7 Pro is going to be one of the strongest wearables of the year.